I don't understand why we wouldn't want more coverage to improve the school.
On News Live at 6, one of Syracuse University's biggest athletic donors stating he'll no longer help in the future. We'll have reaction from students and effects on the athletic program.
This month is Parkinson's Awareness Month. We visited a local kickboxing club to see how they are helping those with Parkinson's stay active.
And oh man, look outside. It's a beautiful day out there in Syracuse. We'll have more on the sunshine. We'll tell you if it's going to continue through the rest of the week. All that and more. News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is CitrusTV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
Good evening and welcome into News Live at 6 on this Wednesday. I'm Bradley Hoppenstein.
And I'm Tyler O'Neill. One of Syracuse University's most influential NIL sponsors has decided to stop supporting SU athletics.
Our Lauren Holdmeyer is here with how students are reacting to the news. So Lauren, what were students saying around campus today?
Well, guys, the SU students we spoke with today say they're worried about what the future of SU athletics will look like without Adam Weitzman's NIL contributions. Yesterday, Syracuse sensation Adam Weitzman made an announcement that shocked the SU community. He announced he will no longer be supporting Syracuse athletics with NIL. Many students were upset and confused by the announcement.
It's definitely going to hurt our SU athletics. I feel like he's done a lot for the school so far. He's done a good job so far.
Others say that without Weitzman and his celebrity guest, they may not be attending games as often anymore.
There were times like when Giannis came, I went just to go see Giannis. Or like when AI came, I went to go see AI. And people that are coming that want to come to the school and stuff, if there's no money coming in, then they're not going to come, especially with all the NIL bills and stuff. So
I think that he was a good contribution to Syracuse.
I agree. I might decline it just a little.
The celebrities he brought was cool.
And Lauren joining us at the desk now. There's been a lot of development in the NIL space since the NCAA made that ruling. There's been a lot of moving pieces with schools. Adam Weitzman saying he'll no longer give to SU is the latest piece in that moving puzzle. But you got to ask, what's going to happen to SU athletics now? And students around campus didn't seem too happy about that.
Yeah, a lot of students are thinking that they might not be going to as many games because a big reason people do want to come out is to see these celebrities that Weitzman was bringing in. So.
Yeah, it almost seemed like, didn't we have record attendance game after game this year? And most of it was because we had celebrities almost every single game.
Right.
And we were winning at one point,
yeah.
But that's a separate issue.
When the teams aren't good, the celebrities will get students to the games.
So yeah, I think students are pretty concerned about that moving forward.
Yeah, I'm concerned. I won't even be here and I'm upset about it. But
all right, our Lauren Holdmeyer in studio tonight. Thank you, Lauren.
The Residence Hall Association is hosting a Stress Buster in Sadler Hall right now. All Syracuse University students are invited to play games and grab a goodie bag filled with stress balls, snacks, and more. Supplies are limited, and the event will run until 7 this evening. And Grammy-nominated Apple Music creative director and radio host Zane Lowe is hosting a lecture tonight in Whitman's Lender Auditorium. Lowe leads Apple Music's artist-led programming, featuring shows hosted by Lady Gaga, Billie Eilish, Lil Wayne, Elton John, and more. Seats are limited and will be given on a first-come, first-served basis. So if you're interested, get down to Whitman. Syracuse is hosting its 10th edition of the Downtown Syracuse Half Marathon this weekend. Runners will begin at the On Center starting at 8 Sunday morning. The event is the longest road running event the city offers every year. More than a third of the contestants will be traveling from outside Onondaga County and will be coming from 34 states and Canada. If you are interested, there is still time to sign up at syracusehalf.com. April is Parkinson's Awareness Month. Parkinson's disease is a disorder of the central nervous system that affects movement in the body. CitrusTV's Nick Luttrell tells the story of how a local boxing gym is giving hope for people with the disease.
A 66, 72, and 78-year-old, all boxing with their friends. What do they have in common? Well, they all have Parkinson's disease. At Empower Parkinson in Liverpool, they're finding a way to fight back.
Sometimes we'll do stations, sometimes everybody will do the same thing at the same time, but it's always a combination of some boxing and some kind of exercise.
Licensed physical therapist Patrick Van Beveren has been the owner of this gym for 6 years now. He says boxing workouts like these demand so much out of people with this disease.
Strength, power, agility, coordination. It challenges all of those things that Parkinson's trying to take away. Intensity, that's the role the coaches play, yelling at people to hit it harder, move more quickly, trying to overload those motions, make them do more than what they're normally used to doing. And that's also a group effect. If you're in this group and you look over and he's doing it better than you, that's stimulation for you. If he can do it, I can do it kind of thing.
Along with the intense workouts that Van Beveren puts everyone through, there's one patient in particular that says it's the friendships and community that make her experience worth it.
The thing that has happened is we've made a lot of friends, and I don't mean just friends, but people you can share your most feelings with. People understand. They're in the same boat as we all are.
All of these people have become friends of mine. You know, there is a closeness, and we talk about community, but it's even closer than that. It's like family. And we know them, and we get to know, they bring their kids in sometimes. We know their problems, so I really enjoy that part.
1, 2, 3, screw me.
Nick Luttrell, Citrus TV.
Wow, that is a great story. Really inspiring stuff there, Tyler.
No, really, really sweet.
You know what else is really sweet? I hope you had a chance to get outside today.
I spent some time on my porch, taking in the sun for the first time what feels like months.
I couldn't. Speaking of the weather, I was a bit under the weather earlier this week, and I was busy in class making up some exams and making up some schoolwork. But wow, it was.
This should be a good remedy for you.
It should be, and I hope it stays this way. You know who could tell us the answer is our weather anchor in for Katie Fong-Vansa this week, Ilana Epstein. Hey, Ilana.
Bradley, Tyler, good evening. Well, both of you need to get outside if you have not been yet. This warm weather is actually going to be staying. Right now it is 74 degrees, and as soon as we are done with this broadcast, I know I'm going to be heading outside. You need to head outside as well, because it's going to be staying like this pretty much throughout the night. As we go into our temperatures for tonight, it's going to go down to 66 degrees, but I'm not complaining because 66 degrees is still pretty warm considering that we were in the negatives just a few months ago. And looking at our temperatures around the area, I mean, Syracuse is at the highest point. We are at 76 degrees. It's kind of ranging from the low 70s to upper 70s, but I had to use the little sun instead of the degree symbol just because of how nice it was here in Syracuse. I know I was outside. So many students were out on the quad, and I cannot wait to get back outside after this broadcast. Guys, I'm going to send it back over to you.
Thanks, Ilana. The first Syracuse food truck takeover of the season is happening tonight at the Great Northern Mall. Over 20 food truck vendors will be ready to serve some delicious food from all over the world. The event will take place every Wednesday night through September. The food trucks will rotate each week, and the list can be found online at streetfoodfinder.com.
New details now. SUNY school students will no longer be required to receive the COVID vaccine. The requirement will be gone on all of the state's 64 campuses by the end of May. That change coming as President Biden just announced the end of the pandemic emergency here in the U.S. Students must continue to show proof of measles, mumps, and rubella vaccines to enroll. Meanwhile, SU still requires students to be fully vaccinated, which it describes as the initial vaccine dose plus one booster.
The Syracuse Fire Department says it's seeing an increase in demand. The 24/7 ambulance service has responded to over 800 calls. The city is now trying to formalize a pilot program in the proposed 2024 fiscal year budget. Mayor Walsh has pledged $1.2 million for the program as EMS shortages have become a huge problem in Syracuse. With many crews traveling from beyond the city limits, Walsh is hoping that the program can relieve the pressure suburban crews have felt in previous months.
And the New York City police force is getting some new canines. Critics called them creepy in the past, and that's because these dogs are robots. Robot dogs are just one of 3 new high-tech policing devices unveiled by city officials on Tuesday. The other 2 new additions, a GPS tracker for stolen cars and a cone-shaped security robot. The city's first robot police dog came in 2020 from then-Mayor Bill de Blasio, but that contract was cut short after some honestly understanding complaints. Now Mayor Eric Adams says the DigiDog is out of the pound, and he won't bow down to the anti-dog pressure.
Now, New York State is joining many of its Democratic neighbors in stockpiling abortion pills. The move comes in response to a Texas court ruling that could limit access to abortion medication. Governor Hochul announced the State Department of Health will begin purchasing 150,000 doses of misoprostol, one of 2 commonly used abortion-inducing drugs. Hochul says this isn't just an attack on abortion, this is an attack on democracy, and I won't let one extremist judge turn back the clock.
When we return, NPR has come out against Elon Musk and Twitter. We'll have more on what caused the tension after the break.
And new details on the controversy surrounding the expelled lawmakers in the Tennessee House. Stick with us.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
You're watching Citrus TV News live at 6 with Bradley Hoppenstein, Tyler O'Neill, and Katie Fong-Vongsa. Now, your campus news leader continues.
Welcome back into News Live at 6. The second of the 2 Tennessee lawmakers expelled over a gun control protest have been reinstated. Representative Justin Pearson was elected back in after a 7-0 vote from the Shelby County Board of Commissioners.
One Democratic commissioner says he had no doubt in today's outcome.
They knew that this was not a just process. And then, as we said, thousands of people from not only here but from around the country emailing and saw what we saw. And that was pure racism at the state level.
None of the 4 Republicans on the board showed up for today's vote. The certification documents are being sent to Nashville tonight. Pearson could be sworn in as early as tomorrow morning.
And officials are evacuating residents from Richmond, Virginia. This morning, plastics at an eastern Indiana recycling plant caught fire, emitting toxic smoke. The fine particles of the smoke can cause respiratory problems if inhaled.
The city's mayor has forced the evacuation of around 2,000 people as the toxic fire is expected to carry on for days. The Richmond Community School District has canceled classes for the day and urged people to shelter in place.
And the Environmental Protection Agency is unveiling a pair of proposals outlining dramatic cuts to auto emissions in the U.S. According to the proposal, nearly 2/3 of all cars sold in the country by 2030 must be emission-free.
The Biden administration put out a statement backing the EPA's proposal, saying that the future of car and truck manufacturing is electric and that the market is moving.
NPR has shut down its Twitter accounts after CEO Elon Musk labeled the company, quote, government-funded media. NPR says the label undermines their credibility and said in a statement it falsely implies that it is not editorially independent.
Musk, who acquired Twitter for $44 billion, has mentioned he is looking to make the app's information as accurate as possible. He says he believes labeling state-affiliated or funded media is one way of achieving that goal.
Artificial intelligence may offer a faster and more accurate way to detect lung cancer. A group of researchers at MIT say they've developed an AI tool named Sybil that can detect lung cancer with nearly 90% accuracy and showing the ability to catch lung cancer years before it can be seen by the human eye on CT scans.
Lung cancer is the third most common form of cancer in the United States, with more than 200,000 cases each year. Sybil has not yet been approved for use by the FDA.
Coming up on News Live at 6, I'll have your full 5-day forecast. Don't go anywhere.
Stem is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
From the CitrusTV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Welcome back to Citrus TV News Live at 6. Guys, I have been standing outside of here for the past 10 minutes and it is just so nice. There's a very light breeze. We're still in those upper 70s and I'm really feeling the sun, but it is getting a little bit sunny out, so I'm gonna have to put on my sunglasses for the rest of this. But let's talk about our temperatures for this week, because next week these nice temperatures are going to drop. But for this week, we are going to be seeing really, really, really nice temperatures. Right now it's 82 degrees, or 72 degrees, excuse me, but tomorrow it's going to be 82 degrees and still sunny. But Friday, for the Red Hot Chili Peppers concert, I had to put a little chili pepper up there. It's going to be 82 degrees with some nice clouds. We might need a little bit of a break from just the sun. So nice clouds on Friday. Now Saturday, it's going to go up to 83 degrees with those clouds. Sunday, pretty much our last warm day of the week, it's going to go down to 75 degrees, but again, still pretty nice. And sadly, as much as I hate to say this, Monday, it's going to be 53 degrees and raining. So really not looking forward to that.
Now, Ilana, it's looking really great, really nice out there, but Bradley, I'm certain.
Well, guys, as I mentioned, on Friday for this Red Hot Chili Peppers concert featuring The Strokes and King Princess is going to be really, really nice. Now the concert starts at 6:30, so as you're walking over to the Dome at 5:30, 6 p.m., it's going to be 81 degrees. Now during that concert, it's going to drop 10 degrees down to 71, and by the time that we get out at around 11, 12 at night, it's going to be down to 63 degrees. But again, not complaining, 63 degrees is still pretty nice. But in honor of this Red Hot Chili Peppers concert, I had to share my top 3 favorite Red Hot Chili Peppers songs. So coming in at number 3, Can't Stop, such a jam, such a good song. And at number 2, we have a classic, Under the Bridge. And my favorite Red Hot Chili Peppers song of all time is Scar Tissue, such a good song. And I'm really hoping I get to go to these concerts and see these live. But that's all I've got right now, guys. I'm going to send it back over to you in the studio.
All right, Ilana, I like your picks on the music. Meanwhile, back here at home, inflation seems to be cooling. The Labor Department announcing it eased to 5% in March. That's its lowest level in almost 2 years, down from 6% in February, but some underlying prices are still high. The numbers beating economists' expectations, but inflation is still well above the Fed's 2% target.
Core inflation, which excludes those volatile food and energy prices, ticked up to 5.6% in February. That figure, typically seen as a better indicator of underlying price pressures, hasn't moved much since December. Transportation, electricity, food, and shelter were the biggest contributors to last month's price increases.
Jesse, what's going on in sports?
Well, you guys are talking about inflation. Well, the transfer portal is certainly going up. Another member of the Orange and center, Jesse Edwards, going to the transfer portal, but where will the big man go? All that and more after the break.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
Is peak for Syracuse men's basketball. Welcome to sports. I'm Jesse Cook. SU center Jesse Edwards has entered the transfer portal, citing concerns over name, image, and likeness as the reasons behind his departure. International players cannot earn money through NIL. Edwards' family wanted an avenue to earn money in his home country of the Netherlands, but a deal with SU never worked out. These 12 programs have expressed interest in the senior, and of them, Arkansas, West Virginia, Gonzaga, NC State, and Memphis appeared in this year's NCAA tournament. Syracuse softball is in action right now with a doubleheader on the road at UAlbany. In Game 1, SU starter Madison Knight pitched the lights out, but the offense couldn't support her. The freshman allowed 3 runs on only 3 hits. And in the second contest, the Great Danes took command again. UAlbany did most of its damage in the 5th inning, crossing 4 runs over home. It's the top of the 7th right now. The Great Danes are up 4-1 in that contest. But let's reel things back into the Citrus TV studio. Heading to the city of rock and roll, the Yankees partied with the Guardians earlier today. New York has won just about every series this season, but they've split the first 2 games in Cleveland. The Guardians kicked off the scoring early in the game earlier today. Things didn't look good for the Yankees at the beginning. Ahmed Rosario goes yard. That one opposite field, and it's a 3-0 lead for Cleveland. But it didn't last very long. The Yankees started to come back. Franchi Cordero, that man was in AAA last year. Now he's got home runs in back-to-back games. He's leading the Yanks in RBIs. And then the game winner, Oswaldo Cabrera, top of the ninth. 4-3, the Yankees beat the Guardians. A big win for New York and another series victory. Moving over across to New York again with the Mets now. Again, not a good start for the boys from the Big Apple. Juan Soto with a Soto smash. No doubt about it. Padres up early. But, like the Yankees game, that lead did not last for the bad guys. Francisco Lindor ties it up in the third, a straight shot down the left field line. Goodbye. And then, here's Pete Alonso, another big name, crushes it, gives New York the lead, and the Mets would go on to win 5-2. New York sweeps the day in baseball. It's crunch time in the NHL season. The Sabres entered last night's game with the Devils just out of a playoff spot. New Jersey, on the other hand, was fighting for the top spot in the Metropolitan Division. So we go to New Jersey, and Jesper Bachvist has a goal early on because it bounces there off the goalie and then off a player, off the skate of Yoki Haru. Devils up early, and then the Sabres make a big mistake. Give them an easy transition movement. Jonas Siegenthaler puts it through on the slapper, 2-0 New Jersey in the second period. Buffalo answers back later on, Matthias Samuelsson, a wrister, and it's 4-2, but New Jersey just kept on rolling, and Jack Hughes, he has just been a stud for them all season. Now the single season record in Devils history, and New Jersey wins 6-2.
Now, don't go anywhere just yet, because when we come back, we got a strange record a man just broke. We'll tell you what it is.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse,
Yes.
you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Welcome back to Citrus TV News live at 6. Guys, let's take a look at our wake up weather for tomorrow when we get up 67 degrees. Now, I am so excited for these warm temperatures to wake up tomorrow and not have to put on a sweatshirt. I cannot wait for that. Now, guys, this is my photo of the day. Take a look. I actually took this a few days ago, so it's technically not my photo of the day, oops. But I took this on the parking lot next to Booth Hall, and it just looks so beautiful. I can't wait to see these sunsets every night for the rest of the semester.
Yeah, Ilana, that photo might not have been taken today, but I think it really sums up the day well. Our first big, warm, sunny day here in Cuse, and
absolutely.
I think I speak for all of us when I say I hope it's here to stay.
No, me too.
Well, almost as impressive as this weather is a new record a Disney fan broke. Jeff Wrights, a Disneyland regular, visited the park every afternoon for nearly 3,000 consecutive days.
Even though the pandemic slowed his visits, Guinness World Record recognized his efforts and awarded the record to him. After all these years, he recommends Disneyland's Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
I have to pose the question to you guys, does he have a job? How does he have this much time on his hands? That's my question.
Money? How does he have this much money?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you think he brokered a deal with Disney, just a year-long pass or something like that?
I don't know. I've never been to Disneyland.
So
have you guys been to Disneyland?
Yes.
Yes, I have.
I've only been to Disney World.
Oh, I've only been to Disney World.
I've only been to Disney World, yeah.
Florida.
I've been to Disney World, but I waited till I was a teen to go, and I feel like I kind of missed out on
No.
the fun parts
No,
of going when you're
that's
a
better.
kid.
I went when I was in first grade. I don't remember any of it. So I feel like that defeats the point.
My hot take is I prefer the rides at Universal to Disney World.
That is not a hot take.
Okay, I like it, Jeff.
Hot take.
I haven't been to
disagree.
Universal though either. I guess
I like
I
the
really missed
simulator
out
type
on my
of stuff.
childhood. I don't know.
Too.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Mom.
You know what my favorite is? The Minions ride at Universal.
Oh, I love the Minions ride.
That goes crazy.
I like the simulators. I do like the simulators.
The simulators?
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But Disney has a lot of those.
Biggest Minions
so I disagree with you.
and it's weird. It's
Well,
weird.
You know what else is weird? We have no time left.
So strange.
That's going to do it for this Wednesday.
For more of the latest, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at CitrusTV News.
For Jesse, Ilana, Lauren, the entire Citrus TV News team, I'm Bradley Hoppenstein. Have a great night.
And I'm Tyler O'Neill. Have a great night, Syracuse. Get some sun.
Have a great night.